guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I have a triple subscription box unboxing. So in this video you are going to see unboxings of all of my September boxes aside from the September Illumicrate. I did something a little bit different for my Illumicrate unboxing this month, which you guys will be seeing very soon. And there are also going to be chapters to this video as well, so you can skip around if you only want to see some boxes or there are some boxes that you don't want to be spoiled for. But in this video we are going to have the September Fairyloot. This one is a UK based monthly YA fantasy bookish subscription box. And I actually believe that the September box has two books in. I think one of them will be a paperback and one will be a hardback. And I am currently a rep for Fairyloot. So this was very kindly sent to me to show to you guys. So thank you very much to Fairyloot for that. We are also going to have the September ABRAXAS box. This one is a pretty new, once again, UK based fantasy subscription box. I've been really impressed with these boxes so far. And I am also currently a rep for ABRAXAS. So thank you to ABRAXAS for sending this to me. And the last one I'm really excited for, because this is the Goldsboro Books SFF subscription. So this is a sci-fi and fantasy monthly subscription. It is book only. I have purchased this myself. I've been on the wait list for months and I finally managed to get a spot. But every month you will get I'm pretty sure they are signed and numbered, but they are exclusive editions of new release fantasy books. I think the cost of this is £21 per month plus shipping. So I think it works out to about £25 to me. And there's only 2,000 slots because they are properly like limited editions, and I'm really excited about this. I've been excited for this for a while. Adult, especially adult fantasy book only subscriptions are becoming increasingly attractive to me, and I'm super happy that I managed to get a spot in the Goldsboro SFF club. So I'm gonna start with this one because I'm super excited to see. They do announce the books ahead of time and also show you what the edition is going to look like, so it's not exactly a surprise, but I do find with special editions that they look miles better in person than they do on the digital mock-up. With this one you also have the option of skipping 3 books a year if you don't want them, which is why they do announce them ahead of time. I have also, because they announce them ahead of time, I have looked into the book for September and it actually sounds really interesting. It's not a book that was on my radar, it's not a book that I've heard of, but I believe it contains thieves, so I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit grimdarky and that I'm going to enjoy it. As usual, Goldsboro are incredible with their packaging. So much bubble wrap, and we have black bubble wrap, which I like it a lot. And the Goldsboro edition for September is Among Thieves by MJ Kuhn. And I have to say, in terms of like editions, I don't like this edition because it's lime green, but we do have stenciled edges on here. A lot of the Goldsboro books are stenciled edges. All of the Goldsboro books as well come with this little protective plastic dust jacket, which I really like. And here we have the signature page, so as you can see there it is signed, and this one is number 714, or is it 716? I don't know. So as I mentioned, this one wasn't on my radar, so I will just read the synopsis to you. Who needs friends when you have axes? Raya the Butcher Cortella has earned her reputation as the quickest, deadliest blade in the city, not to mention the sharpest tongue. But Raya Cortella is not her real name. A deadly secret has kept Raya in hiding, running from city to city, doing whatever it takes to stay one step ahead of the formidable guildmaster, sovereign ruler of the 5 kingdoms. But even the most powerful men can be defeated. One last impossible job is all that stands between Raya and her freedom, but the Butcher can't do it alone. She will need to team up with the Saints, a crew of uniquely skilled miscreants, smugglers and thieves, to carry off a death-defying heist into the most tightly guarded island in the kingdoms, the guildmaster's stronghold. Unfortunately for Raya, her new allies are nearly as selfish as she is, and they all have plans of their own. So yeah, we have a band of thieves, we have somebody who's referred to as the Butcher. Definitely sounds like something that I would be into. Next up we will do the September Fairyloot. I know what book is in this one, and it's not one that I'm particularly excited about, but I know that it is an author that a lot of people do love, but I don't think I remember what the theme is for this month. So let's have, I know the spoiler card's just gonna fly out. Oh, I saved it. Oh, there it goes. So, oh, I like the art on this one. The theme for this month is Uprising, and here are the spoilers if you guys would like to pause and have a read of those. As usual, I'm gonna go in blind. But the first thing we have is this, which is the Prison Healer card holder. The Prison Healer was a Fairyloot book earlier this year that I have not read yet. But this, oh, the design on this is quite pretty actually. We have the little flower pattern which matches my nails really well, and a couple of slots for cards. These are quite handy actually to just drop into your bag if you only have a small bag with you. Don't actually have one at the minute, so that might come in handy. The next item is an Ember in the Ashes enamel pin. I recently read the Ember in the Ashes series. I enjoyed it, didn't love it, but it was okay. And oh, this is beautiful though. This one was designed by Jez Hawk and it is absolutely beautiful. Love the color and the kind of sparkle on this with the metallic details, and this says may death claim me first. We also have a fabric item. Feels like it could be a cushion cover. Oh, maybe not. Is it a blanket? Oh, it's really pretty. Oh, what is this inspired by? This is a tapestry inspired by Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, which is a series I've been saying I'm gonna read for the longest time. I'm just not doing. I will say that this is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. And then the final item we have before we get into the 2 books is a pair of socks. I love me a pair of socks. And these ones are inspired by Six Crimson Crames, which is another Fairyloot book from a couple of months ago. And then the final items are the bonus items for Fairyloot. In every box you will get 2 tarot cards, with the idea that when you have all the Fairyloots you will have all the tarot cards. This month we have the 3 and 4 of Pentacles, and I believe that these characters are from Caraval, which is a series that I've got the first book of and I haven't read it yet, but I do really love the Fairyloot tarot cards. So for the books of the month, we have 2 this month. Both of them are exclusive editions, and the paperback is Beasts of Prey by Iana Gray, which is, I feel like I've heard of this vaguely, like seen it around, and I am interested in it. And as I just said, this is an exclusive cover, so I will overlay the original over the top so that you guys can see the difference. But I am just going to be reading the synopsis on this for you guys. Lycosa was once a city of magic. Now magic is nothing more than a myth. Kofi is a beast keeper at Lycosa's infamous night zoo. I'm already excited about this actually. Caring for fearsome creatures to pay off her family's debt, until she mistakenly unleashes a wild and mysterious power that sends the night zoo up in flames. Econ is destined to become an elite warrior like his father and brother before him, until the fire at the night zoo throws his destiny into disaster and he is cast out forever. Thrown together, Kofi and Econ have only one choice. They must enter the terrifying greater jungle and capture the Shatani, the legendary monster that has plagued Lycosa for a century. Magic has returned to Lycosa and the hunt has begun. That sounds really good. Actually, I'm excited to pick that one up. And the main book of the month is the one that I know what it is, and I'm not super excited about this because I haven't read the author's previous series and I don't want to, so I'm not sure if I want to read this one. But this is Defy the Night by Bridget Camera. Once again, this is a beautiful edition and it is an exclusive edition, so I'll lay the original cover over the top. Oh wow, I love the foiling on the text here. We also have, of course, the monthly fairy scoop, letter from the author on this gorgeous art card, and the September bookmark. But this edition has purple sprayed edges. We also have a ribbon bookmark in here that you guys can just see peeking out there, and under the dust jacket we have just a little motif on the naked cover, but we do also have this beautiful art on the inside of the dust jacket. So as this is not a book that I was interested in reading, I know nothing about it, so I am going to read this one. A spark of rebellion is all it takes to defy the night. The kingdom of Kandala is on the brink of disaster. Rifts between sectors have only worsened since the sickness began ravaging the land, and the only known cure, an elixir made from the moonflower petal, is severely limited. Within the royal palace, the king holds a tenuous peace with a ruthless hand. Out in the wilds, apothecary apprentice Tessa Cade is tired of seeing her neighbours suffering ignored by the unyielding royals. Every night she and her best friend Wes risk their lives to steal moonflower petals and distribute the elixir to those who need it most. but it's still not enough. As rumors spread that the cure no longer works and sparks of rebellion begin to flare, a particularly cruel act from the King's Justice makes Tessa desperate enough to try the impossible, sneaking into the palace. But what she finds on the inside makes her wonder if it's possible to fix Kandala without destroying it first. Okay, you know, I wasn't interested in this book because I'm not interested in A Curse So Dark and Lonely? Is that what it's called? But it sounds decent, so I may give this one a try. I do actually like the sound of the plot of this one. So yeah, maybe I will read this and maybe I will love it. But that was this month's Fairyloot. As for my favourite item for this one, everything's a bit pink, I feel. And I'm not a pink person. But I think the item that I'll probably get the most use out of is the card holder. I will probably use that, and I do really love the art on the tapestry. But I would say probably my favorite thing from this box is the paperback, because I didn't know anything about this even though I'd seen it around, and it does actually sound like a book that I'm really going to enjoy. So of course, as usual, please let me know what your guys' favorite item from this month's Fairyloot box is down in the comments. And then finally for this video, we have the September Uprising. Did not need to sing that. I do apologize. So I don't think I remember the theme for this one or the book, but let's have a little look. The cool thing about ABRAXAS, oh actually I do remember this theme art, but the cool thing about ABRAXAS is that they have a monthly muse. So when you are a subscriber to their box, you get the chance to have the monthly theme art based off you, which is just so cool. But this is the theme art for September, and the theme is wild and free. Here are the spoilers if you guys would like to have a little look. Considering this box is in its very early days, I think this is the 4th one, I have been blown away by their boxes so far. I think you get really good items. They have like designers and artists and stuff that you are familiar with just from being a part of the book community, and I have been really impressed by them. But the first thing we have on here is some tea, and this says, ooh, this is exciting tea. This is, this is 4 sachets of Bird and Blend strawberry lemonade tea, and on the back of this card as well you get a little recipe for iced strawberry lemonade, which is cool, and I love that you get 4 sachets in here. Oh, it smells real good as well. I really love my loose leaf tea. I will say that I don't normally gravitate towards fruity teas, but I like the recipe for the iced version, so I may try that. I'm not a fan of warm fruity tea. The next one is an item by Stella Bookish Art, and it is this padded book sleeve. The quote on here says, "When the world denies you choices, you make your own," and this one is from Natasha Nyan, the quote. So I'm gonna take a guess at it being Girls of Paper and Fire, which is a young adult fantasy series that I actually really enjoy, and everything smells like tea. It's amazing. I do enjoy my book sleeves. I don't get as much use out of them as I used to because I work from home. I never go anywhere, do I? So like I'm not going somewhere most of the time where I need a sleeve, but I do still use them from time to time, and I adore Stella Bookish Art. We also have some wax melts from Wax Aroma, and the scent on these ones is Wild Fig and Cassis. I really need to, I've been saying for years that I'm gonna get myself an electric wax warmer because I don't like the ones that use tea lights, because I'm sick of getting up to change the tea lights every like couple of hours. But oh, that's really good. It's like, it's a fresh scent. It has a little bit of depth to it as well. It's very autumnal, but in like the kind of fresh, crisp kind of autumnal, as opposed to the sweet cakey kind of autumnal, I guess. And I will, that one is snapped, which is fine, but I want to get it out to show you guys the coloring. So I will show you the unbroken one, which, oh, we have a really pretty marbling on here. We also have the monthly pin. This one is pretty. It is designed by Dreams Designs UK, and it is a little butterfly. And then right down in the bottom we just have a couple of little iridescent butterfly stickers, and we also have, who's this? This looks like it's gonna be a Cassandra Clare print. Let me look. It is not. It is from the Gilded Wolves. It's because there's a guy here with suspenders and a teacup, so I thought he was one of the Herondales. But this is a print of 2 characters from Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. So let's have a little look what the book of the month is. We also have the monthly bookmark, and I love the wrapping. on Abraxas boxes, books even. Abraxas boxes, books. Oh, it's pretty. It's very floral. Oh, I had no idea that this was going to be the book. But this is The Wild Ones by Nafisa Azad. It says the magic will not be vanquished on the front. We are the wild ones. We are made of whimsy and lemon. We have the temerity to not just be women, but women of colour. Women with melanin in our skin and voices in our throats. Voices that will not be vanquished. Not now, not ever. Now, are you ready? Take a deep breath. Let's be wild. We are the girls who have tasted the worst the world can offer. Our story begins with Paheli, who was once betrayed by her mother, sold to a man in exchange for a favour. When Paheli escaped, she ran headlong into Tirana, a boy with stars in his eyes. A boy as battered as she was. He tossed Paheli a box of stars before disappearing. With the stars, Paheli gained access to the Between, a place of pure magic and mystery. Now Paheli collects girls like us, and we use our magic to travel the world, helping to save other girls from our pain, our scars. When Tirana reappears, he asks for our help. Dangerous magical forces are chasing him, and they will destroy him to get to his powers. We will do everything to save him if we can. For if Tirana is no longer safe and free, neither are the wild ones, and that is a fate we refuse to accept ever again. This is giving me kind of Peter Pan and the Lost Boys kind of vibes, which is really cool. I will say that I'm really interested in the plot of this, and I'm definitely going to give this a try. It just seems like it may be a little bit too whimsical for my taste, which is something that we'll definitely find out when I do pick this up. But yeah, it is definitely intriguing. I am just personally concerned about that touch of whimsy, because we all know that I don't like whimsy. I'm no fun. I'm a really boring person. Okay, so favorite item from this box, I think I do love myself a wax melt, and I also love a book sleeve. But once again, pretty solid box from Abraxas. Also, I would say this is a great book selection, because I have had a couple of duplicates from them that have also been Illumicrate books for similar months, but I haven't heard of this one, and I'm really excited to give it a try. So yeah, pretty solid box from Abraxas. So there you have it. Those are my September unboxings. Thank you once again to Abraxas and also Fairyloot for sending me boxes to open for you guys. Please don't forget to drop down in my comments your favorite items from the boxes that I have opened today, and also please do stay tuned if you are at all interested in my Illumicrate unboxing that, as I said, I have done a little bit differently this month. But down in my description box you are going to find a link to all of the websites for these boxes, all of their social media, and any discount codes that I have. You are also, of course, going to find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish candle website, the Instagram for that, and a 10% off discount code. But that's it from me today, guys. Bye!
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.